Hello, I'm Maria Burns and I run Cribstown Sewing Centre in Lisburn. In response to the corona pandemic, I'm working with NI Scrubs and have designed patterns for making scrub tops, trousers, face masks and caps. I've written up instructions for you to draw the patterns yourselves. This will reduce the risk to you from contamination from paper patterns. Some people are having difficulty in following the pattern making instructions. So I decided to make a video showing you a very basic method to draw the patterns for the trousers and the tops using stuff you have at home. I didn't imagine that my first venture into online tutorials would be made from my kitchen with my sister behind a phone camera and my very clever nephew editing the film a few miles away. But we are, so bear with me. You can contact NI Scrubs via Facebook or just Google to find them. Remember to stay safe. If you have fabric or materials delivered, don't use it immediately. Wipe down all packaging. When the scrubs are completed, give them a wash at least 60 degrees centigrade. Make sure your hands are washed or you wear gloves to handle them from this stage on. Pack them carefully and put a size label on the outside of the packaging. Good luck, keep safe and keep sewing. You will need a ruler, a t-shirt top, 2 pairs of pyjama bottoms, a pair of scissors, a pen, a pencil, a measuring tape and a bit of paper. Okay, so we're going to start with the top. Before you have it laid out like this, you need to unpick both side seams right the way up to underneath the arm there so that it will open out completely flat. At this stage, you're laying it out flat on the fabric. Now, the fabric is doubled over on the fold here. Okay, just where the shoulders should be in the top. Down at this end, I've left a good 5 to 6 inches, about 15 to 20 centimeters extra at the bottom, okay? This extra fabric at the bottom we need because the t-shirt may not just be long enough on the body, it might need to come down a little bit because the scrubs should sit about their hips, and you'll also need to make hems. Okay, lift your pen and what you're going to do is draw around the top. So we need the ruler and we'll start over here. Put the ruler about there. Now if you don't have one of these big quilting rulers, just use an ordinary ruler and measure out about 6 inches, 15 to 20 centimeters, and draw a line. Now you want to bring that line down to where the end of the sleeve is on the t-shirt. Now, turn your ruler around and draw a line straight in to where the sleeve starts. Now we're going to draw a line coming straight down. Now, most t-shirts are made in a stretch fabric. That being the case, and we have to work with cotton, you need to add extra to allow the size of the top, because the t-shirt top will stretch. So add on about 2-3 inches, which is 5 to 7.5 centimeters. Draw the line down right to the edge of where you folded the fabric down to. So we've just drawn the line straight down this way. Now you're going to draw a line straight across the bottom. Now don't worry if this line doesn't go out the full distance that way. Okay, now you need your measuring tape. So measure the top, and this one is 21 inches. So half of 21 is 10.5. Get your pen and mark the middle. Reach up to the top and go from shoulder to shoulder and find the middle. So this top is measuring 16, so the middle is 8. Now I can give you those measurements in centimeters. So the top is 42, so you'd mark the middle at 21. And the bottom is 54, so you'd mark the middle at 27. So cut down the line for the sleeve. Cut across and turn again and cut down to the bottom. So get the long ruler, or if you haven't got a long ruler, use your measuring tape and just line up the two marks that you put on that are in the middle. So you can either have that running down, and you just put a wee mark down here to mark the middle of the hem. If you're using the long ruler, put another wee mark just about the middle, slide the ruler down and mark the middle part on the hem. So we've cut down this side here, and I've just cut straight across here, taking the bulk of the fabric out of the way. Just right along the bottom. Now we have a centre mark here, following up to there, and then I've just put another little mark there, which is marking the middle at the top. So now I'm going to lift away the t-shirt and I'm going to fold over the fabric, just roughly, and then go in underneath, find where you have the centre mark, fold it there, find where you have the centre mark at the top and fold it over there, and lay it out so that it's folded over in half. Then you're going to get a pair of scissors and you're going to cut up this section here to cut it out. So we've got the leftover section of fabric here. You're going to use that later to cut the pockets out. All the measurements for the pockets are on the written sheets. There's two pockets on the top. One is on the front, which is usually positioned here on the left hand side at the front, and the second pocket is put in the middle of the back of the top. That pocket is there because apparently doctors or nurses need to put their phone in there so that someone else can take their phone out if they're receiving an urgent call while they're working with something else. That's what I've been told. Not too sure about that. Anyway, we'll move on. You're going to open out the top, and now you have the full front of the top. I'm taking this bit away, out of the way. So now we're going to open the top out completely. So this section here is where the sleeves are. And I have pressed in, not too sure if you can see it too well, but I pressed in a crease line there. So that was the original fold of the top. So sleeves half measured down, crease line there, open the top out. Find where your crease line is, keep a wee eye on that, and then get the t-shirt. Open the t-shirt out, and this is where you have to line up halfway on the sleeve to the crease mark. So the crease mark is just there and halfway on the sleeve is there. Same on the other side. Halfway on the sleeve is there. Find the crease mark. Put the sleeve on there. Flatten out the t-shirt. Now, because this t-shirt has set-in sleeves and not just flat sleeves, you're going to have to straighten it out a bit, because the important bit for us at the minute is the neckline. So straighten out the neckline as best you can. Just keeping the shoulders in line with the crease going across the fabric. Now this is a wee tricky bit. You need a piece of paper and you have to slide it in underneath. Of course it really won't want to go. But you don't want to move the t-shirt about too much. Paper's in underneath, neckline out as flat as you can get it. The front neckline always sits lower than the back neckline. Draw just roughly round the back neckline, just to give you an idea of where it is. And then keep that coming on round to here. Now, if you look at that space, that is not going to be big enough for someone to pull their head through. This is stretchy fabric, and that's why that size of neckline will work. What you need to do is make this circle bigger, and we're also going to slightly change the shape of it and give it a V in the front. Okay, so this is the piece of paper that we drew the circle of the neck on. You need it to be sort of fairly centered on the paper. What we're going to do is make this inner circle a little bit bigger so that you'll be able to get a person's head through it. So this is the back here. Upside down for you, I know, but if I don't have it facing me, I'll not know where I am. Draw yourself a line. Now that's about 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters. Just round the back neckline. So I've done it just with a dotted line, and now join the dots. Now we're going to continue that curve out the front a little. Fill in the dots. Now this is still quite rough, okay? It'll be slightly different shapes on both sides, but we can tidy that up. What you're going to do now is lift the paper and fold it in half. Now, try and just line up. I can see through here. So just roughly lining up where the underneath lines are. So I have some lines in there that I can see, and I'm lining them up roughly with the top lines. Taking the measuring tape, I'm going to measure down about 4.5 inches. So that's about roughly 12 centimeters down. Take the ruler, and we're going to create a V neck. So from that point where you drew round the side of the neck, line up and draw a line down to the 4.5 or 12 centimeter point. Take your scissors, paper scissors, and cut up double paper on the fold and round to the back. This is giving you that sort of shape. When this opens out, it gives you that sort of shape. You need both bits of paper. This one is going to make the facing pattern. So roughly about 2 inches away, draw a line around the hole in the middle. It's got a wee bit narrower there at the back, smooth that out. Fold that in half again. So just line up the edges where you cut the bit out of the middle. Following your pencil line, cut up. I can't see that there. Cut that side. Cut round the pencil side. Now, because you're cutting this out on the fold, this will form a ring shape, which makes the facing for round the neck. And this is the bit that we cut out of the middle. Okay, you have to fold your fabric in half up the centre. Now the reason we need this is where the gap for the neck will be. So I'm going to show you how to do that using the t-shirt, and then we'll do it with the fabric. So get the middle and just fold it in half. Take it right up. Even it out at the other end. Line up where your sleeves are. Of course, it'll be nice and fiddly, and not want to do what you want it to do. But if you look at it like that, and I know the folds in this t-shirt are going crinkly down the front and crinkly down the back, but that's the front fold and this is the back fold. You go over here, this is the fabric. This is the sleeve, and I have folded the fabric over in half the same way as the t-shirt. So that's the t-shirt out. Sorry, not the t-shirt, the fabric out. Fold it in half. So this is now the front, centre front of the top. Line up your sleeve. Just spend a wee bit of time getting them even. Make sure your fold is straight. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the ruler along where the crease line is and slide it out. So my crease line is there, and I'm just going to put it out so that I'm sort of got something to line up against. Now, take this wee section, which was the bit that we cut out of the middle of the neck facing. Fold it in half. Place it on the fold. Now, this is the shoulder line. The back neck extends in just over 1.5 inches. And you just let the rest lie down flat. We're going to cut around this and make the hole for the neck. So we've got the paper pattern in position now. Just put a couple of little pins in to hold it in place, and we're going to cut round that. Very important not to make the neck hole too large. If the neck hole is cut too large, you have to remember you have to still sew the facing and finish off the neck edge. So it's going to be larger again than it is. So take this piece away, open out the pattern, and there you have the neck hole cut. This is the pattern to cut out the facing, which you cut out in fabric, and it fits on like that. That's how to cut out the top. If you have a copy of the instructions to sew up the top, that's you good to go. You can start sewing the top from here.